Hey there, Julian McBain here, and today I am doing Entropia Universe. Doing something a little different tonight, going to be doing a joint hunt with my good friend Steve. And we are doing the Aomon migration. Hey Steve, you should be okay, good.
Yeah, I was just waiting for you to get it.
Flying around this anti-vehicle zone is always a chore. We gotta get around the anti-vehicle zone. So,
Yeah, it's fine.
for my viewers, I am in Team Speed.
Why aren't we like going way up north, or are we going to the one to the southeast?
Neither. Watch and learn, young Padawan. So we're heading out
master.
to the area to the west of Port Atlantis, where my son and I actually did some hunting earlier this week, and I'm going to be using a rifle for a change. I'm sure all of the 11 people who are subscribed to my channel know that. I generally do close combat this time because I am hunting with a friend, and we're trying to keep it to a certain amount, which if I had been smart, I would have put the rest in storage. Oops.
Oh, I finally finished the first puny challenge. Boy, that took forever.
Oh, just wait, because in order to get all the Iron Puny challenges, you need to kill 16,600 mobs.
Yeah, this one I'm on is the 1K one, and I only got 10. Oh well.
So we're going to be using Buchan's Spare Rifle, and I'm wearing Tyrellian armor as I usually am, and he's wearing Pixie armor, which is actually pretty good armor against these
Well, at least
mobs.
us on TS, we can actually communicate with each other.
Yeah, I'm glad you got a better connection this time around. Which I know wasn't your fault. I know that wasn't your fault, but such is life.
Yeah. Well, we haven't upgraded the connection yet, but what I did was I put a Wi-Fi extender next to my room, which definitely helped.
That's unusual. Wi-Fi extenders cut your speed in half.
No, this one gives me about full speed.
If he was far enough that he wasn't actually receiving any signal in the first place, I mean, he could have only gotten better at that point.
Fair enough.
True, yeah. Yeah, I believe my true no rating was at best 2 bars.
Oh god, no wonder we can never hear you.
And that's why I constantly was rubber banding all around. Like most houses, the Wi-Fi is down in the corner somewhere.
Here we are.
Oh. I've been around here. Didn't hunt these guys yet.
They're level 4, and unfortunately I accidentally dumped you out in the wrong spot. For those of you who don't know, my friend Steve does occasionally have connection issues, so you may see a little bit of rubber banding. It
Helps
seems
when I get my auto aim work.
Yeah, usually. I don't know how the Pixie armor is against this type of damage though, so just keep an eye. Oh shit, totally forgot to put us in a group.
Oh well, we'll just be down this one, then we can do it. For what I looked up, I'm probably gonna lose a lot of money, but oh well. I think it covers like half the damage of the youngs. I'm not.
Except the friend invite. Okay, good. These guys also have a buff on them, and I wish it would let me click on and find out what the buff is, but it doesn't.
It doesn't say in the week.
No, it's a symbol and... Oh, hang on. Oh, they're shared. It wouldn't even matter. They're shared loot. That's what it means.
Oh. Must be because of the event.
It's part of the event, yeah. There are areas where they're not shared, and the other day I was down here and I was in just the right spot where half of them were shared and half of them weren't. So we may as well hunt together as a team and get the shared loot no matter what. Besides, it gives me a chance to up my laser skills, because they're kind of crappy.
Yeah, you did say that in the last video. That you need to work on.
And it's true. My laser rifle skills aren't great. Mostly because I'm a melee player, and I'm okay with that. But I have an ass load of universal ammo that I need to go through, so yeah. Some are strong boxes are kind of responsible for that.
Well, my aiming and rifling skills are going up pretty fast, believe it or not. Compared to hunting low-level chickens.
I don't suppose you have the Iron Longtooth challenge by any chance, do you?
Let me check. Yes, I do, the first one.
Longtooth?
When I went to the 100... Well, what I did is, when I went to the 100 Gilson, I grabbed, like, all the different challenges at once.
Okay. It's what, 50 for the first round?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's our goal for tonight. 50 Longtooth. I want you to get that, because the skill increase is worth the time.
Yes, sir.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
Hi, I can give you shit now. Look, Mr. Eutropia has joined us.
Wait, what'd you say?
Said Mr. Eutropia has decided to join us.
Entropia, not Eutropia.
Whatevs.
Dude, try this game out. You will be addicted, I swear.
I watched your video. I'll stick with that.
Oh, thank you for watching. I didn't realize you watched my vidiots.
Well, I mind you, it was a 30-minute video, so I kind of skipped through it, but I did watch at least 6 minutes worth.
Oh, thank you so much, Tony.
I can't do 30, like, my normal cutoff is 5 minutes on videos. People link me something that's like 15 minutes. I'm like, nope.
Short attention span there, Tony.
No, I've got a kid and a wife, and I can't sit there for 30 minutes.
Fair enough.
He says as he plays an MMO after abandoning his previous MMO.
I'm actually playing Final Fantasy 15 right now, thank you.
Paul, aren't you playing an MMO after you abandoned your previous MMO?
Oh.
I did not abandon. I plan on going back, unlike some people. For those of you who don't know, my good friend Tony has decided.
Well, to be
not
fair, I
return
don't want to waste my money
WoW.
on something that I'm not going to thoroughly enjoy.
You don't know you're not going to thoroughly enjoy it until you give it a shot, and the new X pack is on the way. But
Paul, exactly how much have you deposited?
in the last 6 months,
In this game, yeah.
$100.
Oh, never mind.
I am very conservative with what I deposit, and a good chunk of that's actually held in beads.
I was trying to help you make a point, but never mind.
Well, let's put it this way. I haven't spent in Entropia anywhere close to what I've spent on WoW.
Percentage-wise, you've spent about the same.
No. Because I purchased WoW just before Cataclysm. So I had to buy WoW, then I bought Cataclysm. You bought me Pandaria. Sorry, Pandaria is the local event for the SCA. You bought me Pandaria, Matt, so I didn't have to buy that.
Right.
But I bought WoD for both me and Heather, and I'm buying Battle for Azeroth for both me and Heather. So in the long run, I still have spent, plus including the monthly fees, because Entropia does not have monthly access fees or subscription requirements. If I wanted to, I could grind it out and do everything for free.
It'd just take you 100 years to do what you're paying to do.
It would. I put about $10 a month in. Maybe 15. This month is a little higher. I think I put 25 or 30 out of that 100 this month. But it's because of a special event, and I don't have the skills I need to do what I really want. So I'm burning the money because I have extra because I'm earning commission. And holy shit, I made like $120 today.
Does this mean we're not going to see you in Final Fantasy 14 ever again?
I hope not.
Not quite sure how to take that, Steve.
Well, because
No.
no, two now.
It doesn't
Yeah,
mean
yeah.
you won't see me. But comparably speaking, just like, Tony isn't enjoying WoW as much anymore, the tower, I could enjoy the tower if there was a more gradual difficulty curve, but it's like there was no curve and all of a sudden I hit a difficulty wall.
Well, we don't have to do the tower. There's the entire main storyline you haven't touched.
I don't say haven't touched. I have done quite a decent amount of it considering I leveled one character and swapped.
You've touched maybe a 30th of the base game storyline?
And that's fair to say. I still have a subscription.
And Steve owns the game too now.
I did take a weekend off, but I had a rough week last week. There were only 2 of us in the 5-person office.
Oh, you're fine. No, I'm not harassing about you about skipping weeks. No, I was just kind of worried that it was 2 weeks you skipped. And no word.
That's what I was about to say. It was 2 weekends.
and no word or anything, so we were kind of worried that you were done.
I was in 2 weeks ago. We did the tower 2 weeks ago.
That was 3 weeks ago, buddy. You weren't on 2 weekends in a row. Matt and I were starting to talk.
We were like, "Where's Paul?"
Oh, you know what it was? That wasn't my fault. 2 weekends ago, the family was doing something and I wasn't even really in town.
Well, that's fine. That's why you should give us a heads up, though.
I apologize. I actually didn't realize that.
Be like, "Hey, I ain't gonna be on this weekend." We'll be like, "Okay, cool beans."
Yeah, no. Last 2 Saturdays ago, if I remember correctly, I had just gotten back from New Hampshire. It was like 8:30, and I was like, I don't have energy. Energy does not exist in me. I'm going to bed. And that's pretty much what happened.
Gotcha.
He was just concerned.
Oh, how much damage are you reporting?
How much damage am I recording?
Are you doing to the mod?
3.7 to 4.8, but my rifle skill isn't great. How are you doing?
I was wondering. Roughly about the same. But I was wondering if that's why he's aggroing mostly on you, is if you're doing more damage.
I would say very slightly, but keep in mind I also have the higher skill level, so unlike WoW, where the lower level you are, the more aggro you pull, it's opposite here. And I'm also probably pulling more crits than you are.
Yeah, probably.
Because while my ranged laser is only about level 5, I'm assuming that you're probably level 2 or 3.
Hang on, I can tell you in a sec.
Oh, correction, my laser sniper is level 4.
Yeah, my laser weapon technology is at 446. My rifle is at 376.
That's what it is. I'm exactly 100 points higher than you for rifle. Which you're going to overtake me pretty quickly here because I don't use my rifle hardly at all except to pull. Because I'm a swordsman. I have been using it a little more now that Eric's playing. But not a huge amount. I just don't want to completely outstrip him because, you know, if I hit him with my best weapon, if I hit most of the mobs he can take with my best weapon, they're down in like 2 hits and I'm losing a shitload of head in repair costs.
So what does he like about it so far? Other than playing with his dad, that is.
He likes a lot of the features. He is very frustrated at the low money grind. He's used to like Minecraft and other games where, you know, in-game currency doesn't have any real-life ramifications, so it's pretty quick to earn, or relatively quick to earn. Honestly, if he played WoW, he'd probably be in 7th Heaven, which he might get introduced to in the near future. However, when he started playing this, he did not know it was a real money economy, being that he's young. So I want you to notice something that I'm doing, viewers. Besides
so have you gone for sweating as well, or are you just depoting?
I do not allow him to depot. If he wants to earn money on the side, I buy all of the mats he picks up, or he can sweat. I want you to notice something I'm doing, viewers, that I don't do when I'm melee hunting. I'm backing up until they get into melee range with me. And you'll notice the drastic difference in the damage I'm doing compared to when I'm using the Katsuichi. Honor. Oh, yeah. I have the honor, right? Yeah, I've got the honor. My skills are less. The rifle is definitely a lower level. I'm not taking any more damage than I usually do. But if nothing else, it's because the length of time it takes me to kill them in this shared loot zone versus the length of time it takes me to kill them out by Fort Zeus is much higher. It gives me a chance to kind of heal. I just said it totally over open mic, didn't I? Sorry, guys. Oops. Might be.
That's all good.
Can you tell I'm recording? Oops.
I was just thinking, like, are you recording audio too there?
What's the point of recording video if I'm not recording audio? So wait, if Tony's playing FF15, Matt, what are you up to?
Playing FF14. Tony was on 14 a little while ago. I'm just doing my dailies.
It's one of the few nights I actually have the TV where I can console game.
Fair enough.
Next time you're on 14, Paul, you need to check out our house.
You two bought a house together?
Oh, what? We four.
Oh, that's sweet.
Yeah. Needless to say, I paid for most of it, and they paid for some of the furnishings. And,
Bitch, I tried to give you money.
I don't want your money. Leave me alone with that. Tim tried to give me money too. Told him no. Leave me alone.
You know, I kind of have to chuckle because I know FF14 has player housing. This game has player housing too, except
They allow
a cheap apartment's like $50 US.
Yeah. FF14 housing would be much more than that US dollars currency. Because I think it's it's a couple million gold per $5, and it was cost like 75 million gold overall between that plot and the housing permit and just a couple furnishings.
Oh, don't get me started.
Oh no, I know how much it can cost. It can cost thousands of dollars in that game.
I was gonna say this game still holds the world record for highest value on digital property at $685,000 US dollars.
Yeah, yeah.
The owner of which recouped his entire expense in 3 years. Think about that for a second. A property in this game just sold for $30,000 US dollars. They're expected to make back the value in 2 years.
That's fucking, for lack of a better word, stupid. Like, who the fuck has got that much? You got that much money to waste? Fucking give me some.
It's not a waste, it's an investment, and it worked. Because what happens is, so here's what they do. They buy what's called an owned land area or outback land area, depending on the area you're in. They charge 3% tax on the loot. 3%, maybe 4%. The general tax at Mindark, the original company charges, is like 10%, which is why most hunting loots you get about 90% of what you put into it. The number of players that flock to own land areas is high, especially if you talk them up. Big Industries is probably the first or second largest player-owned group in this game. They make a huge amount of money, and all they have to do is seed the land with mobs for people to hunt. People pay $10, $15 a month to be able to do their monthly hunts and get the entertainment they want out of it. And these owned land areas make tens of thousands of dollars a year off of that, just like Blizzard makes it off of WoW. So honestly, what's the difference?
I want to know if they're paying taxes on it.
That's up to their local governments, because Entropia Universe is based in Sweden. So like in the US, let's say I had the dosh to put forth to buy an owned land area, right? I would be required by law to report it to the IRS at self-employed tax rates, which, depending on what it is generally 35%.
Well, in their defense, like how would the IRS ever? I'm not, advocating that. I'm saying, but if U.S.
Because you pull it out into your regular bank, your bank's required to report certain transactions. I can't, for Bank Secrecy Act reasons, explain exactly how it works, but trust me, they find out.
Well, I mean, there's like PayPal, there's other methods you could convert it into. I'm not saying people are necessarily that smart when they do transactions like that. I'm just saying, I'm sure there's a way they could. I'm sure there's a way some people are. I would hope most are reporting it, though, because otherwise, yeah, they're going to be in some trouble.
Let's put it this way. There's a player in this game who's also an actor. In fact, he was in Return to Oz. So I'd say he's pretty prominent. His nickname in-game is Never Die. In a single sale, he's made $500,000 off this game. Trust me, he paid taxes on it.
He must be in his 60s or 70s. Return to Oz. That was a 90s movie. That was a bad movie, but...
Give me a second, I can look him up.
Kind of curious who he played, because I can vaguely remember that movie. The Flying
Steve,
Moose
do me a
Couch.
favor and don't shoot at things while I'm looking things up.
Well, I'm not sure he even hit theaters. It may have been a straight to DVD.
He's 51 years
Or
old. He was
VHS.
born in Derbyshire, United Kingdom.
So who was he in Return to Oz?
His real name is John Jacobs.
He was the lion. I'm just guessing.
It's not telling me? Give me a
Hold on,
sec.
look it up now. Return to Oz was 1985. He must have been a kid or something, because 1985 is a long time for him to only be in his 50s. No, I guess that's not true. He
He'd be in his 20s, dude. Come on, I'm not that
20s,
fucking
yeah.
old.
Could have seen it in Syndicate too.
I mean, if you're wearing a costume, they really can't tell how old you are.
Hell, it showed John Jacobs, but now it's not pulling up when I actually click IMDb.
Is that why I'm hearing all the fucking dings?
Yes, because I had the window open and was yes.
He probably sued to have his name removed from that movie.
It was a pretty bad movie, adaptation-wise, and compared to the original. Well, I guess
Yeah.
overall it wasn't too horrible of a movie, but the whole thing with Christmas tree and then turning into Christmas ornaments and stuff, it was like really in the chicken talk.
Oh no,
it was really
it
weird.
wasn't Christmas ornaments. It was different jewels.
Oh, okay. It's been a long time. It was
God,
that was
I still remember that.
messed up movie. The flying moose couch and the little round robot. I was like, what is this nonsense?
He got stuck in the snow upside down. Yep.
Couch talk, the chicken talk, they all talked.
The chicken was a female, if I remember correctly.
It's like, really? You replaced Toto with a chicken? Come on now. Apparently Toto talk, because this person has the voice of Toto.
Oh, he played
the
Cage
credits.
Carrier and he was uncredited.
Oh, at the bottom. Yeah, I do see that now. John Jacobs, Cage Carrier, uncredited. I don't know who Cage Carrier is in that movie.
So that was that dude's claim to fame. It was uncredited.
No, his claim to fame is the fact that he sold a digital property for $685,000 US.
I'm talking about the movie, bro, not the game.
I know, I'm messing with you, man.
Yeah,
Okay,
he's
Steve,
probably
we can
more-
talk.
He's probably more famous for the game than he is that movie.
Right?
He was also declared elected by 70% of the vote, the first president of VR. I don't really know what that means. It's all a mind art thing.
VR.
Virtual reality.
President of Virtual... But I mean... Okay. Won't question because that
up,
makes no sense.
That's what I said.
22nd, Ready Player One comes out, you guys.
Oh, on DVD.
Yeah. If you have not seen it, buy it. If you have seen it, buy it still.
Don't stay back, Steve.
I cooked up some toasty rice balls.
He's been in a bunch of movies, but I literally don't recognize the names of any of these movies.
Neither do I.
But yeah, he's been in a bundleful. Of course, he is a British actor, not an American one, so it may be partially why. Be right back.
Oh, of course you lose.
No, go ahead. Well, I'm still here right now. What?
I was gonna say he's no David Tennant or Patrick Stewart, if that's what you mean.
Essentially, yeah, I guess.
Matt, I get Matt.
Never Die, if you're watching this, I meant no disrespect. But,
What's up, Steve?
well, frankly.
Oh, I was just saying I can imagine he's not a David Tennant.
Oh, right.
Hey, Steve, we've gone through about 10 pet worth of ammo, if you want to call it quits for the night.
Yeah, it's only reporting 6 kills a Longtooth, and I'm at 434 universal ammo at the moment.
If you want, we can go a little bit longer, or you can call it. It's up to you.
I got no plans for tomorrow, so let's keep going.
Okie dokie.
Artichoke.
Okie doke. Go.
Well, what this honestly is doing, so I have found myself taxiing people back and forth between planets, completely unintentionally. But there are pirates and other things between planets. And so what this is doing is giving me the ranged laser and stuff that I need in order to be a good dogfighter.
Are we still keeping a plan of me being your gunner eventually?
Eventually, yeah, but I kind of have to earn the money for the gun. And right now, all of my money is going into migration. And after this, I'm probably going to spend a couple months just sweating to earn it all back.
Yeah, those guns aren't cheap. I'll say that. I mean, well, I mean they're not too expensive, but it's not like free head or something.
So, a Sweham SA1 slot and a VWAS A1 slot. I believe the Kismet laser is that's the Sweham S. The VST is the space thruster, which I bought. Oh wow, it degrades rather rapidly. I only went to 2 planets and I've given up 80 pack. But the secondary weapon, I think it's like a rocket launcher. And that means having to craft a shit ton more of explosive projectiles. Which isn't terrible because it lets me grind out my crafting skills, but fuck. You're talking hours of just, well, honestly, setting it up to do its thing and walking away. Yeah, at least in this game, I can set it up to be on automatic. I'm like, now, don't get me wrong, I razz on Blizzard, I razz on WoW, but I love both. I do. But at least in this game, I can set it up with the number of tries I want to do and walk away and have dinner. Or fuck off and do a regular job. Like yesterday. Go ahead, Steve.
For lack of a better word, auto-completes are pretty solid in video games.
Yes.
Not
Go ahead.
auto, but at least time completes. And my whole thing with WoW, Paul, like, it was, like, even months before I actually stopped playing, I was already super fucking bored. And I was just digging out with it for you guys. I haven't missed it. You know, I've read what's going on. I know what I'm going to lose. I'm tired of Blizzard. Like, here, build this awesome thing. Oh, next X pack. It's useless.
There's one behind it.
We'll go this way. I think it's closer.
Oh.
No, Tony, I get it. I do.
I better get a smoke.
Alrighty.
Welcome back, Matt.
Thank you, thank you. It's probably a good thing Return to Oz wasn't any better, otherwise we probably would have seen 8 movies worth. Considering, I think it was 8, how many novels they wrote. I don't know, I've never read those, actually.
So it would have been the original Harry Potter?
Interesting concept. If it had been written now instead of back then, would we have seen 8 movies?
And to be fair, considering the technological ability at the time, would we have seen better versions? Let's face it, the 80s weren't good for a lot of things.
Now you make me want to know what the Lollipop Guild would have looked like.
God, now I wish Tony was on, because I can just see the commentary coming from him.
We represent Lollipop Guild, Lollipop Guild, Lollipop Guild. Sorry, could.
Holy shit, I've gone through like 1,000 shots. Almost 100,000 ammo.
No, not in this run with me. Couldn't have. I may have gone at the very most half of that.
Well, let's put it this way. I started with over 3,000 shots. I'm down to 2,300. And I'm using the same rifle you are if you're using Bookins.
Yeah. But yeah, I'll imagine it's a cumulative with all of the hunting you did today.
No, I use a sword otherwise. Swords don't use ammo. At least the sword I use doesn't use ammo.
What's your bulk rifle?
478.
Oh,
Yeah. I've mostly been a melee player, so my rifle skills are really low.
it would be cool if ammo burn does decrease as you skill up on level, or does?
It technically doesn't, but what happens is because you miss so much less, your ammo burn
You get
effectively
better.
becomes a lot lower. And your damage consistency becomes a lot higher. So, like, boot and spear rifle is a bad example, but as an example, let me pull up the item info. You know, it does anywhere between 3 and 6 damage per shot. The higher level you are, the more likely you are to do 6 damage per shot. So the amount of damage you do per shot is a lot higher over time, which means the amount of ammo you burn over time is a lot lower. Does that make sense?
Yes. In other words, you're more efficient at the damage you do, so yeah, you waste less ammo.
Correct. It's not much different for a sword, where the amount of durability you lose is less over time, the better you get at it.
Back.
Welcome back.
Thank you. And why did we want me to be in this conversation?
Because you
You
exist.
missed a really good, and you missed a
That was
really
one of
good
the sweetest
joke
things you ever said, Paul. Sorry, Steve. What?
I said you missed a really good joke opportunity as well.
Oh, damn it. Hey, fuck. I've got to fight some prehistoric giraffes.
Danger, danger. Dude, this is the entire reason I think you do well in Entropia, because you'd be like the crocodile hunter of the game.
I can so see that too. Well, these things have long necks, so they're kind of like giraffes.
Wow, this berrycled's like a prehistoric chicken from an alien planet. It looks like it wants to eat my face off. I'm gonna stab it.
I am curious, Tony, if you would go melee or rifle in this game.
He's a hunter. Okay, that's not entirely fair. I'm a hunter too, but I use a sword.
I'll say in WoW, I'm a hunter. I prefer melee.
So, in other words, what would end up happening is your upfront costs would be higher, but at the end of the day, you would end up spending less at the end game level because you'd end up doing less durability damage to your weapons, and they don't use ammo.
Actually, you want to know what I see Tony doing? Using explosives. You see that?
I don't, Tony. How are you for rockets?
Hold on, I need to turn the volume on just a second.
What?
I need to turn up the volume on my PC. My Final Fantasy, I was in a fight and it got loud as fuck.
Oh, sorry, dude.
Oh, no, you're fine. I'm trying to listen to you guys, but for some reason this fight was stupid loud. Okay, what about me and rockets?
How would you be for, using rocket launchers as opposed to rifles or swords?
75% swords, split the difference on the other two.
Fair enough.
I like any RPG game I play where you actually get a choice from what kind of character you build, I go melee.
That's pretty much where I was. This doesn't even have a real level system. The levels are more a result of what skills you grind and less a result of experience points. And you can choose what skills you want to grind at any given time or what you're doing.
Don't you mean class system, not skill system?
Well, this is a skill system. The professions you have are based upon what skills you ground.
Kind of like the original EQ where you actually had to use your weapon to level that shit up. Or vanilla WoW.
Yes, but in the end, there's no, even in WoW or EQ, you had a level, and if you gained enough XP, you'd level up and gain certain things to go with it. This game has none of it. It is a hardcore skill system.
Shooting things gives you like 0.001% experience too. Yeah.
It's not that bad. It's like half a percent.
It's definitely not 0.5%.
Okay.
Not when I was
But
using
right
my
now,
pistol.
I'm getting 0.42 something in XP.
But there's no max level either, right?
Oh, there is. You just takes a while to get there, and those people are known as Ubers.
Seriously, pay to play people.
Right.
Pretty much.
I mean, I know. So my society guild leader is a YouTuber. His name is Serial Overdrive, and he hasn't put a single penny in a real
cereal.
What?
Yes.
Yes, as in
okay.
yeah.
Awesome.
The guild's motto is eat cereal all the time.
Okay, sorry,
Yes,
that
it's
was awesome.
He's a super chill Bostonian. So anyway, watch a couple of his videos. I think you get a kick out of them. But anyway, he hasn't put a penny of real money into the game, and he has like $5 grand plus worth of assets. He has a whole video on it. And he's not the kind of person to brag.
He does a lot of trading and land management too. To be.
He does. He went back when Entropia, before pirates were a major issue. He did a lot of trading across planets. Back before the auction house was a real thing, he did a lot of trading between areas.
So, are pirates NPCs or actual people?
No, they're people.
Oh wow.
They're up in space because space is lootable PvP.
Oh yeah, that right there. I don't. Yep, I fucking hate PvP on MMOs.
Oh, I do too.
I always choose non-PvP shit.
But what I do is the only time I go into space is if I'm doing taxi work, if I'm going to place, and you don't have to fight because once they kill you once and they find out you don't have loot, they'll stop shooting at you. And honestly, one death doesn't cost you that much. It's like a pit. Hang on, let me find out. Let's see. I've been shot down twice in my quad wing, and it's cost me 4 cents. That's everything.
Dying on the ground is free, thank God. Or I would have lost tons of money just from that quest with you have to go to the little robot encampment with like one robot. And there's like 100 dogs, or for lack of a better word, 100 dogs in like a 10-mile radius around it, and their leashes don't end. And they're like level 4s. That was a painful quest.
Yeah, no. Dying on the ground, even in PvP zones on the ground, you're not lootable. The only thing you lose is any durability you have on your armor if you're wearing it. Not all of the durability, but a small amount of it.
Yeah, death is actually a good thing in this game. You gain better skill that way, and it's a great way to attack.
Honestly, Tony, if I'm not like deliberately doing something that I know is going to cost me, like the Aomon hunt I'm doing now, I spend less money in Entropia than I do in WoW on a monthly basis. For the sub. Just the sub.
Right.
Probably help if I was targeting the enemy.
Usually.
Oh, and pirates actually respect you a lot if you shoot back. They'll still kill you, but once they're done killing you the one time, they'll leave you alone.
I think this is going to be like my last model. I'm down to 19 shots right.
Roger that. Let me know if you run out, I'll swap to my weapon and just take it out. I'm running low on time anyway. And damn, this has been a long bid.
Go ahead, swap. the or uh, or the city, I should. Or we would just hop right. All right.
Okay, y'all, so that was the hunt. You definitely heard some of my WoW guildies in there as we had certain debates. Hope y'all enjoyed it. I certainly did. I always love playing Entropia. I mean, where can you go hit things with swords and come back to a city like this? This is Port of Atlantis. It is gorgeous. You've got the towers.
Oh,
Those are all
I still
apartments
have
you can
some
actually
stuff
own.
to trade you when you're ready for it, including oil.
Once we get back to Icarus, I can definitely do that, Steve. I mean, look at this place. This is fucking gorgeous. It is.
Not
It's
much,
amazing.
but I'm sure it'll help you. The oil that.
So, I want to thank you all for watching. To my 11 subscribers, thank
Oh,
you
Matt,
so
something cool
much.
about 15.
What's that?
You can through the various towns you buy, you can visit, you can buy the various soundtracks from all the other Final Fantasies for when you're cruising in your car.
That's kind of
Nice.
cool. You still make me sad with the whole the multiplayer is separately on the consoles.
Oh, believe me, I was super sad to see that too. I was like, oh, I bought this game when it came out, and I still got to pay $25 for the multiplayer. Yay!
I mean, you heard some lively debate. We talked about WoW. We talked about FF. We talked about Entropia. All of the games have their benefits. All of them have their drawbacks. I love all of them. Final Fantasy not as much as the other two, but I can't say
I'm
I
at level
dislike
2
it.
range laser damage. Woohoo! Profession. That is.
But thank
I
you
picked
for
that up
watching.
a little bit of gold while we were hunting.
Please give me a like and subscribe down below if you liked what you saw. And yeah, even comment. If you don't like what you saw, comment. Let me know why you didn't like it. I would love to know what I need to go better because, well, I'm not Serial Overdrive. I'm
I'm
not
currently
Forrest
rocking the boss battle theme from Final Fantasy VII,
and I'm definitely
Nice.
not Christopher Odd.
which, come to find out, is called Fight On.
So
I thought it was
please
just
give me
boss
one.
battle. Huh.
I did too. Nope, Fight On with an exclamation mark.
There's so many soundtracks. I wonder if they do any different soundtracks in 14. Because there is so many soundtracks on that orchestra player that you can get. Like, it is ridiculous. They must use some from some of the other ones. Maybe they don't. I'm not sure. But there is so many soundtracks. I figure they have to at least reuse a few.
Note to self: don't do an outro.
Well, I don't know if
just
I can buy
before
the online one.
other people are talking. Anyway,
So far, all I've ran into is the original games. I'll let you know though.
have a good night, everybody. Bye.
Oh, no, I mean...